number for Funk Around and Find Out Designs. Today, I'm gonna walk you through the resolution of our Porthole Portal project. Previously, we created golden fishies in a YouTube video that you can see the full process of. They were deep sea fishies, they were amazing, and I have a confession to make. I am terrified of deep sea. The creatures, the darkness, the coldness, the pressure. It's the perfect recipe for anxiety and dread. So when we created the Davy Jones locker installation, it was fun to think about the happy skulls and the piratey stuff, but the idea of looking out a portal on the bottom of the ocean and what would be out there fills me with terror. So, of course, had to make a piece of art about it. This is how we did it. First, we needed a portal, and on a shopping trip to a local junk store with my darling Callie, we found the perfect object. Then used a salvaged piece of kind of a manufactured, pressed, sawdust fake wood situation from an old bookshelf. I used Styrofoam from something that had been shipped to us, packing material for our underwater reef. Special bonus of this How We video is the many uses of a 5-gallon bucket. You'll see me use it as a table, a chair, as well as a container for throwing scrap. And if you're small and nimble and careful, you can also use it as a step stool. Gotta love a 5-gallon bucket. After using the skill saw to cut out the black backing, it was time to move on to the styrofoam, which is the most fun, and I get to use my Hotwire tool. It has a few different attachments. It has this one that you see me kind of sawing and cutting out the shape of the styrofoam with. And then it has my favorite attachment, which is this harp-shaped wire tool. I love it. And so there's much footage of me just really working over the styrofoam, making interesting shapes, thinking about coral, thinking about rock formations, thinking about how grim and scary and horrible it is on the bottom of the ocean. Once I was satisfied with my sculpture made of styrofoam, then it was time to start treating the styrofoam, and I did the thing you should never do, but I did it on purpose. I spray painted that bad boy, and it sort of melted it and made a chemical reaction. This is definitely an outside activity. This is not something to do in enclosed spaces. It is stinky, it is messy and sticky. So I sprayed it again. It started melting those styrofoam shapes and give me some really interesting, almost like lava sorts of textures. It was several layers of the process to get a nice even coat. And in the end, I never got complete coverage because of the chemical reaction. It kept pitting and creating new white spots. It's all right, I dealt with it later. Once the spray paint was dry, I brought it inside and it was time to use my secret weapon, Black 3.0. This is created by Culture Hustle, very fun company. I've had this bottle of Black 3.0 for about 3 years, and when I started the video, funny thing, was all congealed and solid and came out like constipated turd. However, I did learn I could rehydrate it and it worked great as a wash. So I was able to kind of dig some of the solid pigment out, water it down a little bit, and then brush it all over my styrofoam sculpture. Worked like a dream. So the thing that's so exciting about this particular paint is that it does not reflect light at all. It is so flat, it is so black. You put it next to something else you think is black, it's not really black. This is black. So fun. Later, once everything was totally dry and I relocated to the Davy Jones locker work location, it was time to add a little dimension to this sculpture, and I decided another opportunity for recycling, reducing, and reusing would be this holographic packaging that something I ordered came in. So I snipped it into teeny tiny pieces and then put little dabs of glue on my sculpture, and then just one at a time put those little sparkles so that the low lighting, the moody lighting in my Davy Jones locker bathroom would just glint off of this super black, super creepy, spooky sculpture. And here we are, the final project, where the golden fishies have found their spooky deep sea habitat to dwell in Davy Jones' locker. As for me, I will stick with the shadows.